Welcome to another one of my walking and chatting. And before I get started, just want to thank all of my supporters and everybody for supporting my channel. June 6th, my YouTube channel will officially be 4 years old, and I'm gonna do a special lecture acknowledging my YouTube channel 4-year anniversary on June 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendar, tune in for that very important lecture, and none of this would be possible without all of my supporters. You know, I have well over 300,000 plus subscribers on my channel, and it has been a tremendous journey. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's topic. You know, the focus of this topic is the importance of preparation behind the scene when you're taking vacation, when you're traveling abroad. And I've had the opportunity to travel to Cairo, Egypt, the latter part of last year for a couple of weeks, and it was life-changing. Check out a lot of my live footage on my YouTube channel when I went to Cairo, Egypt to visit the Valley of the Kings, Biblical Nile River, just the Giza pyramids. It was life-changing. And I tell anyone, it don't matter if I've been in the military, but I tell anyone, you know, when you're doing it the correct way, anytime when you're traveling abroad, because I'm in the process right now of getting ready to do another abroad trip the latter part of this year, Italy, but it's so much you need to do to be proactive. And many of the things I did months before I went to Cairo, Egypt, is number one, go to your primary doctor. Anytime when you're going out of the country, those doctors will let you know what particular shots, immunizations you need based on what part of the country or the rural you're going to visit. So there were some series of shots I had to get before I went to Cairo, Egypt. And these doctors, they will guide you through that process. It was a few shots I had to get in 3 months apart. So that means I had to prepare months before I took that trip to Cairo, Egypt. I've already spoke to my primary doctor, let him know I'm getting ready to go to Italy latter part of this year for a couple of weeks. And the good thing about traveling to Italy, you don't need any shots, but it's always good to check with your primary doctor to see what shots you need before you travel abroad. Me personally, I'm using the same travel agent to book my traveling abroad for the next couple of years. Every several months I'm going somewhere. So and not only that, when you're going through a reputable travel agent, you know, this is just me talking, I'm going to book a guided tour, and that guided tour is going to cover everything. That guided tour is going, when I went to Cairo, Egypt, and I went on a guided tour, the moment I left on the plane until the moment I arrived in Cairo, Egypt, we had it all laid out where I had a transporter to pick me up. I don't know nothing about Cairo, Egypt. There's no way I could have made it to the Pharaoh Motel from Cairo, Egypt to the meetup destination. So they have it arranged where folks are picking you up from the airport. You're on a guided tour. Every day you're doing something. I've seen so many of the 7 wonders of the world during my time in Egypt. Everything's included. You're going to all these destinations, your meal, your transportation. It's a package deal. So it would be my recommendation, because you're going to have to, if you try to do it on your own, then you're dishing out more money. You don't know anything about the culture. You don't know, you're in a whole nother country. So I'm in preparation of doing the same thing, going through my travel agent guided tour. It's a given. You got to have your passport. You got to get the visa, all of that. You got to go through the currency exchange, all of that. All of that has to be talked about and set up before you get you behind in another country you don't know nothing about. You know, you go through a reputable travel agent, it would be my recommendation to get you get travel insurance, medical insurance to cover you in the event. It don't matter if you have your own personal medical insurance, but you still need another built-in medical insurance policy when you're traveling abroad. Because God forbid you go to another country and you die over there for whatever reason. By having a specific type of medical insurance, it will get you medical attention and get your body back to the United States under that specific policy. And a lot of folks don't know that. A lot of folks don't know that. And then make sure you give all that information to a family member in the States so that everybody can know your itinerary. That's a lot of logistics and administrative stuff behind the scene before you get your behind on the plane. And this is real talk. And I'm already in communication with my travel agent. We're looking at some package deal, guided tour gear deals, or when I get ready to go visit Italy for a couple of weeks, the latter part of this year. I already spoke to my primary doctor. I don't need any shots. And then just planning, blocking it out. And pretty soon, I'm going to look up and I'm going to be in Italy for a couple of weeks doing more live footage. This is what life is all about. You got to go out there and see these 7 wonders of the world. I did a live footage when we were in Cairo, Egypt, where I literally did live footage where we were riding on the biblical Nile River. The Nile River runs through Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt. It is the bloodline for Egypt people. And I'm telling you, I felt the presence of God. Being able to walk inside of those Giza pyramids that are well over 4,600 years old and to touch those hieroglyphics, meet Egyptian connections, that was biblical. And the Valley of the Kings and all those other temples we've seen in Cairo, Egypt. Check out my live footage. To be able to stand in front of a structure. People just think it's 3 pyramids, those main 3 pyramids that everybody know of. But no, when you take it behind the Cairo people, in reality, there are 9 pyramids out there. When you go on location, there are 9 pyramids. And to be able to see that and to witness that and witness that these Egyptology people, they're still digging. They're still finding things. And I saw it with my own eyes. This was a spiritual journey. And I would tell anybody, go through a reputable travel agent. Do a guided tour. And when you go through that package, they treat you like royalty. You ain't got to worry about motel. You ain't got to worry about food. They're taking you to all of these 7 wonders of the world. You with a group, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. And when it's all said and done, they get you back to the airport. I don't know Egyptian language. People in other countries know English. They know our language. So in about one thing about Egypt, Africa, because they want tourists over there, don't believe the myth that it's dangerous over there, because they do a lot of preparation now to protect tourists. You know, we had the military police following us throughout that guided journey. And I'm here to tell you, it was life-changing. You know, you got folks spending $9,000 and $10,000 to go to Disney World in Florida or either California, or spending $9,000 and $10,000 to go to Vegas. All that's overrated. I spent less than $4,000 on a guided tour, a spiritual journey to Cairo, Egypt for 2 weeks, and I saw many of the 7 wonders of the world that included all of my transportation, my lodging, my food, and etc. You ain't gonna get no cheaper than that. And you got folks spending $10,000 to go to Disney World. Take that same $10,000 and take you a couple of trips abroad. And I'm here to tell you. And the beauty of all that, you can budget this. I did not create new debt to do this. You know, you got folks spend $3,000, $4,000 going shopping on the weekend to the mall. You got folks spending $3,000 or $4,000 in the course of a month eating out. For real. And I say this to say, you can budget your money and you can travel to go see this world without skipping a beat. So have your passport ready, go through a travel agent, talk to your primary doctor, budget, save your money, because the latter part of this year, this woman finna be in Italy. And the beauty of that, when they take you to these places, you're going to see a lot of these historical landmarks. And they have these curators who are literally educating you on all of these historical, biblical landmarks. And you're seeing it in living color. And I tell anybody, I don't care. Look at some of my live footage, especially when I'm inside of Ramsey 1, inside of the tomb of the great Ramsey 1 in the Valley of the Kings in the Sahara Desert. Take a look at that. It is breathtaking. You know, they don't teach you this in school. It is literally breathtaking. And if you don't believe in God, trust me, you will believe in God when you witness this ancient Egyptian history, and they were given those skills by the Almighty God to erect those magnificent structures. And still today, I don't care how much technology they have in the world, they still ain't gonna be able to solve the great mysteries of how they did it. And I'm gonna tell you how they did it, because the Almighty God gave them the knowledge and the skills and the ability to erect those structures and to leave a lot of mysteries and etc. So again, share this information. Mark your calendar for June 8th at 11 o'clock. I'm gonna do a relational lecture on the process it takes for published work to be transformed into a screenplay. My published book, Awake Financial Freedom, my second publishing company, Audiobook Network, we're looking at the particulars to transform my published book, Awake Financial Freedom, into a screenplay. So if you want to find out what that legal process looks like, tune in, mark your calendar for June 8th at 11 o'clock. I'm going to be ready to get down to business. It's all I have, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.